The Best No Coin Can Buy. A children's book about a resource-based economy. By Bobby Agbulos. Inspired by Jacque Fresco and the Venus Project. On a round little planet, Mira asks a simple question. If Earth gives sunlight, water, wind, and seed, why do some people still go without what they need? Inspired by the ideas of Jacque Fresco and the Venus Project, this story invites children and grown-ups to imagine a world designed for everyone. A world where science, care, and cooperation help us share Earth's gifts wisely. The Best No Coin Can Buy is a playful introduction to a resource-based economy, told with wonder, curiosity, and hope. The Best No Coin Can Buy. The Best No Coin Can Buy. A children's book about a resource-based economy. Inspired by Jacque Fresco and the Venus Project. To our human family, and to all the species that we protect. Note: the futuristic city illustrations in this book are inspired by Jacque Fresco's ideas, but are not exact renderings of his original designs. On a round little planet, all blue, green, and wide, lived people in places with fences beside. They had maps with thick lines and flags flying high, but the birds never asked, "Which side is my sky?" The rivers just rivered. The trees simply treed. The sun gave out sunshine to all who had need. But down in the towns there were pockets and pay, and people were told, "You must earn every day. Earn for your breakfast, your blankets and bread. Earn for the roof that goes over your head." It was silly, you see. It was really quite strange to let pieces of paper decide what to exchange. Young Mira looked up with her eyes open wide. "Why must it be so?" she asked with a sigh. Do carrots need coins in the ground when they grow? Does wind send a bill when it makes windmills go? If Earth has the sunlight, the water, the seed, why do some people still not get what they need? Then out from a workshop that rattled with gears, that smelled like ideas and ran on long years, came a thinker named Jacque, with a plan in his pack, with models and drawings all stacked in a stack. He carried no treasure, no crown, and no key, just a question as wide as the wide open sea. "That question," said Jacque, "is a good place to start. The problem's not people. The problem's the part that says we must buy what the planet provides, while the sun and the wind do not take any sides. Money's not magic. It does not make bread. It does not build blankets or pillows for bed. It isn't the money that makes a house tall. It's the wood and the bricks and the beams in the wall. The real wealth is water, the soil, and seed, the tools and the knowledge to meet every need. The forests, the metals, the wind, and the rain, and people who learn with a well-working brain. So first, said old Jacque, we count what is here, the rivers, the farms, and the sky bright and clear. We count what is plenty. We count what is rare. We count what needs healing. We count what needs care. Not guesses, not wishes, not shouts in the square, but facts we can test, and designs we can share. And once we know clearly what Earth can provide, we design for all people, not one little side. Know my mountain here. Know your river there. The Earth is one home that all people must share. Then Mira imagined a town without tills, without little counters for charges and bills. No, can you afford it? No, that costs too high. Just what do you need? And what shall we try? Now look, said old Jacque, at cities we'd make, not smoky and choky with towers that ache, but cities that think like a brain in a head, with gardens in circles and pathways well spread. Each building sips sunlight and catches the rain. The trains glide in loops without coughing a stain. The city keeps learning as each system flows, like a river that knows where the clean water goes. They learn from the water, the soil and light. They waste very little, repair what is right. They treat every person as someone to care for, not someone to price at a counter or store. The machines did the jobs that were dirty and dull, the scrubbity scrub and the pullety pull. They lifted the heavy. They sorted the stacks. They fixed up the bridges and tightened the tracks. So people do nothing? Young Mira then cried. No, Jacque replied with his eyes open wide. When people are free from just earning their bread, 1,000 new questions wake up in the head. Does a bird sing for money? Does a worm dig for pay? Do stars need a paycheck to sparkle away? We create out of wonder, not terror or strife. The best motivation is meaningful life. One child may study the songs of a whale. One may design a new wind-catching sail. One may grow gardens in towers of light. One may map stars in the velvet of night. And power? Asked Mira. Where will it come from? Not burning the planet and making it numb. From wind, wave, and sunlight, from heat deep below, clean energy systems that help the world grow. No smoke-belching towers that blacken the air. No rivers made dirty because no one will care. No throw-it-away things that crack, snap, and die so someone can sell you another to buy. Why build things to break? Mira asked with a frown. That's waste piled high in the heart of a town. In the old way, said Jacque, some profited then when broken things broke and were purchased again. But here we design from the very first part with science and care and a full system heart. A chair is not just something bought from a shelf. It is forest and labor and earth in itself. And what if things break? There's a fix-it-up fair. Old parts become new parts. New tools help repair. Nothing is wasted. The town learns to care. The schools were not boxes where questions sat still. They climbed up the mountain and worked by the mill. They learned how the forests help rivers run clear, how rivers help gardens bring food every year. They learned how the weather and energy connect, and why careful thinking deserves deep respect. They learned, when we speak, let us say what we mean. A map is not land, and a word is not seen. Then Mira asked softly, but what about bad? The grabby, the greedy, the cruel, and the mad. Old Jacque sat down. He was quiet a while, then looked at young Mira with a serious smile. If a pup is well fed and has room to play, it won't snarl or bite. It will have a good day. When people are frightened, left hungry or cold, they may grab and may hoard and be harsh as they hold. But change the conditions, give care, food, and light, and many dark actions grow weaker in sight. So instead of just shouting, "You're bad" and "You're wrong," we ask, what conditions have shaped this too long? A better design does not punish the poor. It removes the old causes that made suffering more. A fed and safe people grow curious and kind. That is the seed of a peaceful mind. Who rules it? Asked Mira. A king? Or a crew? A mayor with medals who tells us what's true? Old Jacque shook his head. When a bridge must be strong, we do not vote steel into being less wrong. We test it. We measure. We learn what will hold. We don't ask a wallet. We don't ask the gold. People choose the goal, food, shelter, and care. Then systems help show us the best way to share. The computers help count the clean water and grain. They help balance sunlight, the wind, wave, and rain. They help track what is needed, the flow and the store, not to boss people, but to waste less and share more. Then Mira asked, what about countries and war? Why did people fight over river and shore? Old Jacque showed Earth from a high satellite. No borders are glowing from space in the night. The air does not stop at a line on a map. The ocean won't wear a flag pinned to its cap. The border was always a story in time, but Earth is one system of water and clime. When people compete for what all people need, then fear can grow quickly into anger and greed. But when Earth is our home, not a prize to divide, we manage its gifts with all people inside. Then the question is not, how can my side win? The question becomes, where should repair begin? So they cleaned up the water and planted new trees. They built with the sunlight and studied the seas. They made farms that were careful and cities that knew how to use what was needed, then cycle it through. They still had hard problems, They still had to try. No city was perfect. No plan touched the sky. But each time a problem came knocking one day, they measured, they learned, and improved the old way. No coin bought the sunrise. No dollar bought rain. No wallet made music. No bank cured a pain. The best things were never locked up in a store. Clean water, safe homes, a world to explore. Good food, bright learning, and time to ask why. These are the best things no money can buy. Mira grew taller, but never outgrew the question that showed her what people could do. What do people need? What can Earth really give? How do we design so all people can live? And if you ask Mira what made her town bright, she won't say a treasure, a market, or might. She'll say, with a smile and a bright, thoughtful eye, we learn to build with the best no coin can buy. For the best of all things is not something for sale. It is not in a wallet, a vault, or a pail. The best of all things, when we ask and keep trying, is a world full of people, all learning and sharing. A world worth designing. A world is not built by coins. It is built by what people understand, design, and share. This book was inspired by Jacque Fresco, 1916 to 2017, and the Venus Project, which proposed replacing the monetary market system with a resource-based economy, a society that uses science and technology to manage Earth's resources for the benefit of all people. About the ideas. The questions Mira asks in this book are real ones. Do carrots need coins in the ground when they grow? They don't. The Earth is productive whether or not money exists. Why must we buy what the planet provides? We don't have to. It's a design choice, and design choices can be changed. What do people do when they're free from just earning? Ask questions. Make things. Study whales. Map stars. Design cities. Help each other. The Venus Project. Jacque Fresco spent his life designing cities, systems, and a future in which technology serves human needs rather than profit. His work included detailed architectural plans for circular cities, sustainable agriculture, automation, and resource management. To explore his ideas further, thevenusproject.com. The Best That Money Can't Buy by Jacque Fresco is the book for grown-ups behind this story.